Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are going to continue work on our Mini May Scrappy Silhouette Journal. And this is still April 30th. I'm going to go ahead and film the next episode here. I think I'm going to cadence these to be on Thursdays throughout the month of March because I don't really think this is going to take me an insane amount of time to finish this project. It's just such a tiny project. I'm not really sure how much detail I can actually include in it, but it's so cute and I want to play with it. So what I have here is some rusty hinge and fossilized amber. It's after lunch now, so I had clipped these all together and let them sit to try to train them to fold. So I'm taking this lighter copy paper out of the journals, or out of the signatures, excuse me. And what I want to do is I'm going to just smush some on my mat, spritz it with a little water, and smush my papers into it. Smush, smush, smush. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. Gotta get the light figured out. So over here, let's do it this way. Why don't I scoot the mat over? Hopefully this won't be super loud when I do this. I don't want to inadvertently get that wet. Here we go. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. That came out of like nowhere. Okay. So that way the white is showing so that it shows more on, yeah, for you guys. I don't need a lot. I mean, these are tiny pages, right? And I would rather have less versus, oh, sorry. I'm sure that was like crazy loud. All right, so fossilized amber, that's quite a bit. Rusty hinge. I'm just trying to pick up these colors that Tracie has in here. If you can see that. Oh, I was going to do crackling campfire, wasn't I? Maybe a little bit. Ooh, I don't know. I know what we'll do with that. With crackling campfire. That will be some splatters that we'll do. So this is just regular copy paper that she coffee dyed, 20-pound paper. Should have 5 sheets here. I do. I'm going to spritz this with just a smidgen. I don't want a lot of water because it's going to dilute. See, that's too diluted. It's all right. We're going to make it work. Okay. So I made a new recipe today, and it was a something I'd seen like online, and I have way too much water in that. I don't want to waste. It was like a chicken ricotta meatball recipe and some Alfredo with it, and it was good, but oh my gosh, it was so filling. Like Mark and I are both like, ugh. We ate too much for lunch, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel bloated. And I don't know, like I couldn't find ground chicken at the store yesterday when we were out and about. This is just too watered down. I'm going to try again. Anyway, so I just bought a pack of thighs and ground it myself. And I said, I don't know. They were the fluffiest, delightful little meatballs. I mean, they were so good. But I'm wondering, like, was it so filling because of the leanness of it being like chicken meatballs? I don't know, but oh my gosh, I'm like, I am so full. There we go. A little bit more pigment in there now. Better. But anyway, so he went to wash the car, and I'm like, I was uploading part 1, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and film part 2. I've got some stuff I want to do outside today, but it's cold. It's like 40 some degrees. It's deceptive because it's pretty out. Like the sun is shining. It's beautiful out. I was just texting my friend. I'm like, I really need to go to the cemetery so I can finish up, you know, Penny Billy. And, but I don't really want to go. Well, number one, I feel like an elephant right now. I ate so much. And then I don't want to go traipsing around. It's 40 some degrees out. It's supposed to be 51 today, but it certainly does not feel like it. Okay. A little bit of crackling campfire. Oh yeah, nice bright red. And I'm going to attempt this. I don't know if it's going to work. nice, good color. Can we do it with our little paintbrush? With our little tiny paintbrush that she made? Let's see what we can do. Well, we can do some mark making with it. It's not quite the look I want though. So pause on the tiny paintbrush here. Let that dry out. So where is my little paintbrush? Here it is. I was just going to try to do some splatters, but I don't know if I have enough pigment here. Ugh, for it to splatter. More water than anything. There we go. Where's my fan brush? It was here in front of me. I just couldn't see it. So I've just added a little bit more pigment to the thing with this is you've got to get it wet enough that it wants to splatter off of the brush without splattering everything else around, which is a little bit more difficult than one would think it would be. And I'm losing my pigment because of the amount of water I put on here. Let's do one more try. It's just a way to add some interest. Like, I'm just playing. I'm really just playing. I am. Well, I'm unsuccessfully playing. It's because. Oh, I know what I could have done. Wonder what colors I have that would work in the acrylic inks. Crackling Campfire and I just never seem to get along. Did you guys notice that? When I try to use it, I did put it in the oranges in my drawer. So like, I know that like, it's not actually a red. Here we go. I'm going to dry these and see what I end up with. I have a feeling I'm not going to be happy with that. That's not giving me the color range that I'm wanting, because I really wanted those warm tones that Tracie's got in the kit. But let me dry them. So I have them all dry and I feel like they need a little bit more interest. So I have this Stampers Anonymous set, School Desk, and it's got these numbers here. And I really like them, and I'm trying, I think I have to, yeah, the logo's got to be upside down. This is 1, 2, 3rd generation. So I'm just going to gently, yeah, just add a few numbers to the backgrounds on a couple of the pages. Not all of the pages, because we have more interest. We have, oh, I must have stuck my finger in the ink. Oh my gosh. We're going to do some other stuff to add some interest to these backgrounds. I don't know what yet. I'm still working that out in my head, just like we do with every project, right? And this is so funny because I think Jumbly Dolls is the only actual journal I've made so far this year. And so for me to make a little journal like this is kind of outside the box. But I think it's going to be fun. I'm not sad about it. I have a script stamp here. I don't want to do more black, and I don't think I'm going to add any more from this stamp set. I'm trying to look for like small designs, and to do this, I don't have that much in the way of small things. Small enough things, I should say. And I want a brown ink. Oh! Okay, so let's just get some ground espresso. And let's see how, yeah, let's just go a little bit of whoop, whoop. You like the sound effects because that makes it better. And I'm not worried about perfection. I'm just adding to these backgrounds, okay? Just a little bit of interest because I don't know how we're going to embellish these pages yet. And so I have this side that I haven't done anything to, and I don't know that I'm going to because I know there's still some more stuff that needs to be done. Ooh, do I have any tiny flower stamps that we could emboss on these little pages? Like, wouldn't that be adorable? Yeah. And remember, I still have all the whites of these pages and that other sheet of coffee dyed paper in those signatures. So right now my focus is just these pages. I'm going to look in my florals and see if I have any tiny floral stamps that we could maybe stamp and emboss with. Put the inks away that I'm done using and go from there. Okay, so I have my glazes. I have Uncharted Mariner and Rusty Hinge because I think those colors are going to go very, very well with this. I do have a little bit of the fossilized amber that my one friend had shared with me, and I have this stamp. Now the problem with this stamp is that it's not see-through, so I'm going to be guessing. So I'm just going to put 2 of these side by side like so, I think. Yeah, and I'm just going to stamp up the edge of it. See what happens. We don't know if we don't try, right? Oh, I don't have a piece of paper. I'll just use this one. So let's just see what happens. Really just playing. Can you guys tell? I'm just playing. All right. And I do have some stuff I have to do outside. Now see, I did get a little bit on the there, and I don't want that there. Because my stamp itself touched out, yeah. Oh my word. Like the outer, actually on that one, I don't mind it. That's kind of fun. Okay, so I will heat emboss those, and then let's do, yeah, I like it. Let's do another one. Let's do this one. I try not to stamp more than just, yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, and my designs are going to be kind of basically the same, but it can't be helped when I'm stamping like I am. Oh, yeah. I like it. It's just a little bit of interest on the edge of the page, which is fun. There's that one. One more. Is that 5? No, that's only 4. Okay. Oh, yeah. So cute. And I think, do I want to use, I think I'm going to use a different stamp. And I'm going to come in with the blue. And have blue and Rusty Hinge on it, maybe. We'll see if I want to do both colors. It's just, I love it. It's going to be so much fun. So I'm going to put this back in the jar, heat emboss the Rusty Hinge, and then decide if I want to add some blue to it as well. I kind of feel like I do, but I know less is more, Jody. Less is more. And we just did all that embossing in Jumbly Dolls, but it just adds so much to the pages. I just love it. Ugh. This lid does not want to go on there. I know I said I was going to do some blue, and I may still add some blue to these, but oh, I love this so much as a page in here. Think, you know, and I may have to rethink my pages altogether at some point because I don't have those gorgeous colors. Oh, helps if I'm in screen, Jody. I'm having a really hard time with being in screen with this because I have my setup down lower than I normally do. It's interesting. But anyway, I just, the colors are fantastic in here. Just beautiful. Okay. So these are going back into place for right now. Have to decide what I'm going to do next. I do need to, what's going on? These are so like tiny and like hard to keep track of. They get stuck together, or if I miss putting one in here, and like I have 2 and I still can't figure out where they go. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so enjoying this. I hope you are too. It really is just a fun. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, 1, 2. Here it is. Oh, I didn't pull. I see what I did. That's why. Okay. I had an extra one of these and I didn't realize that when I pulled them out of the signatures that I left one in there. Okay. So that's that. And then I have to figure out what we're going to do next in this series or in this embellishing these. And I know, like I said, I've got a package still coming. So do I set it aside and wait to get that before I make any decisions about what I'm doing next? But then I have to figure out what else I'm working on. So I suppose I could figure out some ephemera to make for this, right? So let's just maybe contemplate ephemera and look in our little sweet kit. And there's these little file folders, and that might be fun as like a pocket piece and a flip down piece. I will never get these retied. So my friend has the patience. I cannot believe the patience she has to do this. I don't have the dexterity in my fingers to retie all of these adorable little packages, but I just want one of those. Can I just pop that out of there maybe and put the string back on? Wow. Come out, little dude. Come out. Nope. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Oh, duh. Look, there was some right here. I didn't even need to do that. Oh, those are just little cards. Those are not little folders. Oh my gosh, so cute. Oh, okay. Yes, we know, Jody. You think it's cute. Open. That's too wide, actually, to go in there like I want it to. Okay. All that, and it's not even gonna work. Come on. All right. Oh my gosh, that would make like the cutest little pocket in there. And then we can take a little ticket, slide it in there. Something. Okay. Okay, so I dug in the pages that I had not used yet, and I just picked one that didn't have any birds, and it was just like a neutral one. I have embossing powder everywhere. And I cut it in half, kind of, and then kind of cut it in half again. I don't think that there's going to be any actual precise measuring with this project. Just, it's so tiny. It's hard to do in the trimmer. So we're just going to go with it, you guys. It's just going to be fun. What I'm wishing I had is a tiny hole punch, and I don't have a tiny hole punch to put like a little thumb notch in this. Like I can't even, yeah, that's not going to work. So we're not going to have any thumb notches in our pockets. We're just going to have to know we have pockets. But I was thinking like this would make a fun, maybe wide belly band. It doesn't look like that's cut very straight, but I'm wondering if that's just an optical illusion going on there because of the design. It is. It's just optical. Okay. This way it looks better. But anyway, so I'm thinking like a little tuck there, and then we can take one of our pieces of ephemera or even cut a tag. Oh, there was one with a bird on it. Like we could make a tag out of that bird and tuck it down in here. I just need to figure this out, and I have to come up with a stencil design that is small enough to stencil some designs on this. I did have a thought. I thought that I could use my hole punch and do like some holes. That's what you do with a hole punch. You make holes. I also have like this drywall trim here, and I thought, well, that's a small enough design if I wanted circles. My problem is that I didn't really want circles. So that's where I'm trying to figure out what kind of a design I want to do on our white space, because I can't do white space. Even on these tiny pages, I cannot do that stark white. I could just ink them, but what's the fun in that? And we have our little shimmery watercolors here. I'm not sure that any of these colors are going to work for this, but we have to at least try to use them because, oh, there's some gold in there and there's some like dark. Oh my gosh, I can't get a hold of it. There's some dark there and the gold. So I think we could use that. And there's actually some dark and some gold in here as well. So I think we'll be able to use those for something. I'm not sure what yet. So that's where we are. And oh, you know, these little checks could be like super cool little tucks as well. Yeah, I just need to sort out how much of this I have. Like, to be perfectly honest, this super tiny stuff I won't use on something else probably. Although, these actually are not a bad size for the Rolodex cards and all those challenges. I wonder, can we fold one of these in half? I just have to try. I just have to try. Okay, and I'm just playing. Oh my gosh, I could fold it in half. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so now we have to make a little tag because I have to use that for something. Where did my bone folder go? Okay, and then I have stuff I have to do. I really have to go do some stuff. Real life stuff, not play with tiny miniature May makes. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. I am so in love. This is super fiddly. This will not be a super heavily embellished project because it's just too fiddly, I think. But I do love it. So what can we make a tag out of? I mean, honestly, we could just put one of these on this ticket and that could be like a tag. Like just put it on the side. And I actually think my tiny attacher would be too big for this project. This needs color. This needs something. See, we need design. I don't have anything that little for a design. Let's just, ooh, that did it. It actually, the foam, because the foam on my dauber is like this, I need a new dauber pad on there. And so, but that kind of gave some cool interest. I think we can do it. Ooh, if I don't flick it on the floor, and then I'll never be able to find it. Okay, yeah. I hope everybody's doing well. I really don't even know if I said everything that I normally say in a video because this is my second video that I've done today. And you guys know when I film like more than one in a day, I lose track of what I have or haven't said. So if I haven't said it, thanks for being here, and I hope you're all doing wonderful today. And I hope you're working on something that makes your heart happy. And I hope that you don't think that I'm absolutely insane for trying to do a project like this. It's okay if you do, because I kind of think I am too, as I'm sitting here and trying to do it. But to my little tiny friend, my tiny loving friend, this is definitely a challenge. So I'm glad for the challenge. I think it's going to be fun. And with, oops, the funny thing is that it doesn't take much glue. That's for sure. Okay. Oh my gosh. And I know there's like, oh, so many artists who do the most amazing tiny creations. And I am so always fascinated with how they do them and how they come up with the designs and then how their hands cooperate for them as well. So there we go. We have a tiny little whale tab. What did I do with our made pocket? Here's the made pocket here. So do I want to put that in there as a piece? Oh, that's kind of cute, but you can't see the whale tab if I put it in there like that. So now that's going to be go in our back pocket, maybe. Okay, so that can go there. This is when I definitely need my fingernails to be a little bit longer. So this is not going to work if I make this as the pocket in the back here, but I do think I want to use that as the pocket in the back there. I do want to have like a belly band somewhere. Actually, that could be really fun just as a little tuck on that page. I think so. I have tiny paper clips somewhere. Tiny paper clips. The little Timmy paper clips. That's what we need. Just to hold these pieces where I think I might want to put them until we make some solid decisions. And until I know exactly what I'm going to do with my pages. And you guys know how I feel about paper clips, but oh my gosh, that little paper clip looks so big on that page. That's hilarious. And then let's do another one just to hold this pocket back here. And we'll kind of know where we are. So in that pocket, we need to find somewhere for that one. So let's pick a different signature. Ooh, that might be fun on that page. Yeah. I need my fingernails grown out for this project. Goodness. Okay, so that's going to be that for right now. So just some ideas there of some things that we can do. Where did I do? This was the bird I was going to use, right? I love that with the two birds. Okay, so I will just show you how fiddly these are to cut. That's a scrappy piece and a scrappy piece. So I want my little bird to be like, 1 inch is going to be too wide to go in there. So we can try 3/4 of an inch and see if that will work. Okay. I bet that's going to be too wide by the time we glue that. So I need to cut a little bit more off of that. This is where it gets super tricky because I don't have enough space on this trimmer for these super small pieces. And I just want to come in like maybe there. And then trying to push that where it's straight, or line it up where it's straight on this line, because there's just not enough there to, okay, yeah. And then I'm gonna take just a sliver off the bottom so that it's not as tall as the entire page. Oop, we're moving. It's moving, don't move. Okay, all right. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, so I think then, as long as I'm super careful with my bead of glue, I think it will fit. I think it's going to be fine. And because this is so tiny, obviously I can't use like a corner rounder or anything on it. So we are just gonna take and snip those corners off, and if it's not perfect, it's not perfect. I don't know that you can have perfection at this size. But we are sure going to have fun at this size. Okay, so I just took those corners off just to soften that. So when this is ready, that will slide in and out of that pocket easier without those sharp corners. And then, oh, you know what this needs? Oh, it needs a little tiny piece of trim at the top. Did I throw that away? I did throw that away. Yes, I know, I gotta get up and walk. I actually like the designs that this little dauber's making on the back of this. It's kind of fun and takes away some of that white space. And again, I'm not going to try to back all of these little tags with something because that would totally like be nearly impossible. Let's see, what do I have? I'm just looking in my bin for something small enough that I could put a little tiny piece of trim. Piece of trim. on the top of our tiny little tag. And hope it holds. Okay. Yeah. My eyeball tweezers are doing a great job today. That's totally not centered. And I don't want it to cover the bird's head. Shoot. Okay, one more try. Okay, one more try. Ooh, what if I do it that way? That'd be kind of fun. Yeah. You can't see it as well. Nothing like getting glue everywhere. All right. And this should be like my 3-in-1. This is my Barely Arts glue, so we'll see if it's gonna hold it or not. I don't know why it wouldn't. And then I'll just let that dry. Now it has just a little piece of trim on the top of it. And I'm just going to slide that in that paper clip for right now. And I know that that goes together. Okay. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to set my scraps aside so that I have access to them for more tags and tucks and things. And then I know we still need to add more interest to, our pages here. See where we're at with things. And then just out of curiosity, I'm wondering, width-wise, if my little rusty, how that would do. Yeah. Yes. Okay, that's enough for this video. We'll see you guys in the next video. Please show me some grace with the silliness I'm exhibiting in this series because I truly am having a lot of fun with this. So I will see you guys in the next video. I truly don't know what I'm going to be working on in between this project. I mean, obviously I have the full deck challenge I'm doing, the hashtag ABCJLC challenge we're doing, Mini May, which is, again, it's going to be just once a week on this because this is not gonna last the entire month of May. And let's be honest, you guys are gonna get really bored of hearing me giggle and goo and gaw over little tiny bits like this. But I mean, how cute is that? I mean, seriously, that is however many. Let's see, 5, 6, so 10, 11/16 by 1.25 inches. I mean, it's so cute. All right, I'll figure out something else to work on. But anyway, that is gonna be so fun in that pocket. All right, see you in the next video. Bye.